The Department of Computer Science and Business System Engineering was established in the year 2021 and started offering degree courses from 2022 with an intake of 51 students. The course is approved by the AICTE. It is headed by Dr. Anthony Das A. The Department of Computer Science and Business System is a pioneering academic division designed to bridge the gap between the dynamic world of technology and the strategic landscape of business. Our vision is to cultivate professionals who are not only proficient in technical skills but also possess a deep understanding of business operations and strategies. I'm sure we are all proud to be part of this emerging department. Now, on this tech series conducted by SA Engineering College for the 12th students who have completed 12th and for the Polytechnic students. The guest today's for the Tech Series 10 is Mr. Mohanawal Sampath, an accomplished IT professional currently serving as an assistant consultant at Tata Consultancy Services. With a robust background in software development, he brings a wealth of experience in technologies such as React, React Native, Angular, Node.js, and Drupal. Mr. Mohanawal's career journey is a testament of his dedication and expertise. He began his professional path as a junior web developer at First Planet Information Technology and progressively honed his skills at various esteemed organizations like NextWave Multimedia Photon Interactive and NTT Data Global Delivery System, culminating in his current position at TCS since 2021. Throughout his career, Mr. Monavel has worked on numerous high impact projects. At Dick's Sporting Goods, he enhanced e commerce applications, while at Citibank, he led the development of user friendly applications for server migration projects. His work with GlaxoSmithKline involved developing custom components for their extensive healthcare websites and with curtains. He created seamless experiences for caregiving activities. Additionally, his contributions to Drive Shack involved developing custom components and integrating REST APIs for goal self-related leisure business. Mr. Mohanawal's technical proficiency is complemented by his academic achievements, holding bachelor degree in IT from Shakti Engineering College and his commitment to continuous improvement and quality delivery in all his projects. Today, we are privileged to have him share his insights and expertise. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Mohanawal Sampath. Hello.
Uh, yeah, thank you. It's great to be here,
The
actually.
session is now hand over to you, sir. Uh, you
Thank
can
you.
present your presentations.
Sure. Uh, Very good morning to everyone.
Thank you.
Right. So let me tell you, right, like computer science and modern business, right? Like, so that is the topic we're gonna see today. It's great to see like this many people are turning into the computer science technology at the moment, and we are at the right place and the right time to start our career. So when I say right time and right career, right, we are right. We are in a booming stage that in our country, we started to see technologies everywhere. So when it's right in the early 90s and 2000s, we were able to get only the machines. Let's say we were able to get only fans, and it may be an AC or a bike, even a car, right? Like those things are like there only when we are able to get it as a machine in the early 90s and 20s. But now we humans, right? We will not get satisfied with whatever the technologies we have at the moment. We always need an extraordinary item. We need something to ease our life. So that's where the modern things and the technology has come. Here now, uh, computer science is not something like it's related to a particular technology or particular field. Now it's implemented in all the fields, right from your education, right from your uh, places where you go. It may be an hotel, or it may be an car service center, or it may be a shopping mall. Wherever you go, right, you could see the technology. People started using gadgets. So that is something which is getting in a higher way, that people started using the technologies, and we could see everything in all our hands actually. So that is the reason. So the computer science and computer technology, it is getting injected into our life without knowing ourselves. So that is the thing. So I'll tell you like why computer science and business systems. We people, right? So we, when I say we people, right, like when you're a plus two student or a polytechnic or an emerging first engineer, so whoever it may be, we always want to go on to our next level where we can highlight our skills, we can implement our knowledge and all those stuffs all together. Computer science is the right place where it's not going to see what is your age, what is your experience, nothing at all. So it will not see you as an individual who is just 20 years old. He just came out from a college. So our department and our technology doesn't know who you are. All it knows is what skill you possess, what is the ability you have, what you can do for the organization and for the project. So that is the thing. And what is the knowledge you have? Okay. So even you are a small turned out person from a college, you can go as an entrepreneur. And all it needs is a simple computer or just a laptop, which is more than enough for you people to get into a business. And that is the reason we are like it is good to start our career in the computer science, right? And also, there are like various sectors now started using the computer science applications everywhere. Everywhere we started using these applications, and everyone has this necessity to implement the technology. The reason, right? In our country, the population is growing in a huge manner. Like we have a like huge number of population, and it's very hard to get the labor force. So, so one thing I can tell you, right? Like if you go to an hotel in the early days, right, like maybe like some 3 to 4 years back, we will be like giving our orders to the servers. They will be noting out in a paper, and then they will go to the kitchen and they will tell to the cook who are cooking it, right? So they will tell all those things, and that way, food will get prepared and it will go and it will come to our place. If you see, right, that is a tedious process. But now, if you go to a like bigger restaurants, right, even in a small restaurant nowadays, you could see people are using gadgets. So they could see, you could see, right, a tablet in their hand. So with the tablet, right, what they are doing is they're just simply getting the items which you are ordering, maybe like ourselves, right, whatever we are ordering, they are taking note of it. Once that is ordered, the item automatically goes to the kitchen. So if you go to kitchen, right, if you get a chance next time, if you go to an hotel, you go to kitchen where you see a giant screen with all those orders in it, so that the cook can cook automatically. So without waiting for the service or without waiting for the orders, they will know what they need to cook. And once that is ready, they can put a set as like this is ready. So the server also comes to know that food item is ready, and they can serve it to the customer. So these are the things you could see. And it's another example, right? If you go to a salon nowadays, like I recently went to a salon, and so once I'm done with all those stuff, they ask for my mobile number. So I have given my mobile number. Maybe like some 15 to 20 days later on, like I got an update and I got a message from them, that, sir, it's been 20 days since you got your hair. Like let us know once you are free, we can book your slot. So that's how the system is being implemented. People are ready to spend money. So that is the biggest plus for us, for our field, and for our country also. So we're gonna get an huge number of opportunities in the coming years. So I can say, right, like an ad, it's an ocean full of opportunities. Computer science technology, I mean, whoever you are, if you have a good skills, right, good academics, good skills, then we are like have a like huge number of opportunities. You don't have to wait for anything at all. So that's why like we should. It is good to get into a computer science at this moment. So the main thing is like when are we starting our career? Okay, so that is something good about computer science now. And this is the agenda for today. So I'll just go through all those items here. So why should we choose computer science? So that is the thing which you have said. And the next thing is technology growth. So how the technology has grown in the recent years. So what is happening and what is going to happen in the future. And reason for choosing IT industry, right? So there may be people, maybe I mean, like there may be one or two people who have been joined to the computer science or other department for various reasons. But when you start stepping into the technology, right? Once you get into the department, you should be very clear why are you entering into it and what is your goal. That is something which should be very much clear. Only then you can shine in your industry, right? So this is an industry where, right? people have to update your skills on a daily basis. It's not something, right? Once you complete your college and if you go to a job, like once you get a first job, it's not that you're stopping it over there. Like whatever you studied is enough. We have to update ourselves. That is the something special about this industry, and you people very much should be clear on that. I'm coming into an IT field, so I'm coming into this, so I'll always be ready to learn new stuff. So only when you start learning things right, you can able to shine it. And when I say right, when you see opportunities, as I said earlier, like there are like n number of opportunities. There are like various roles. So it's not something like you can be only a developer. If you know, I mean, if you are able to communicate well, then you can be like a business analyst. You can be a project manager. If you are like very much good in managing the people, you can be a manager. So if you are like very logical skill set, if you are good logical skills, you can go to a tester. You can test the items. And so the next thing, right? Learn more to earn more. So this is a very famous quote which I used to hear from one of my friend very often. As you said earlier, right? Learning is the key thing for our field. As much you learn, you will learn more. Okay. So if you have aspiration of like going to a bigger position, or if you want to learn more, and if you want to sustain in the industry, you will need to learn things. You need to update your skills on everyday basis. So only then, right, you will be able to sustain in this industry. And then like once you get up your like computer or degree, right? So how to choose a job? I'll tell you like few points which I have followed, and there are other stuff which I've seen in the industry as well. I'll tell you like what that and all. See, this is how the evolution of the telephone. Like the reason I'm just giving you an example, right? How things are going on. We people are not getting satisfied for whatever we have today. Okay. So it is like in 1885, it is like a normal transistor kind of a machine, which is being just translated. It's been evolved as a telephone with numbers to ring, and then like it just evolved into an normal mobile phone. If you see that in 2003, it was like a normal mobile phone with just the numbers in it. Later on in some 2010, we got some BlackBerry kind of mobile phones where we can able to transfer media in it. And then like in the early 2020 and all right, 2015, we started to get a kind of touch mobile phones. And then now people even don't want a mobile phone in their hand. So all they need a kind of projector kind of an instrument, which is going to come in a very near future. With that, right, you can just use your hands and then you can do whatever you want. You can see it in your hand itself. So the reason I'm explaining, right, whatever the technologies we have today, it's not going to stop over here. It's going to evolve. It's going to go to a next level. So the opportunities here in the IT industry will be always open. If someone comes to you and say, hey, like IT industry has decision. So whatever the jobs which you have today will not be there for next day. So whoever comes to you and say like this, you can tell them, see, here the opportunities are a lot of there. So it's not something that it is restricted to one technology or one sector. It's a huge sector with large number of opportunities. The people not going to stick to any one of it. So you can tell them very boldly that it's not something going to stop here. It's going to go throughout life. So I'm happy to get into it and I will get the job. So that's how we have to be, and you have to be very much confident in it. You don't have to worry about the worst recession or there is no job. There's nothing like that. Always the demand is there. Like even if there is like layoffs or whatever you hear, people are hiring in a huge manner and all around the world. We need a skilled people. If you are skilled, right? If you're skilled and if you're ready to update your knowledge and if you are able to accommodate to any of that skills, and if your attitude is good and you are very much eager to learn things, people are ready to hire you. They will not see anything about like what the mark you got, like what happened in your past. They will not think about anything. How you are today and what you are expecting from the company. So that's how it is. Okay. So the technology is going to go ahead with like lots of new inventions and lots of new sectors are going to come in the near future. So we have like a huge number of opportunities. So this is an example. I apologize if the image is not clear. Right? As I said, you could see right like n number of sectors over here. So if you see right, IT industry is like people will do only coding for some particular stuff. It may be something like for automating something or for some particular software development. It was there in the early days, maybe in 2000s, but not today. If you come to an organization, right, if you go to a bigger organization, you could see that. there are n number of domains, n number of sectors. So the domain is nothing but the industries. Flipkart, and nowadays you could see Red Bus, right? You are Red Bus. You are able to book the train tickets. You are able to. I mean, if you go to an supermarket, you could see people are using the systems to calculate everything, and we have like smartphones. That is IoT, right? People are not ready to turn on their fans or AC by doing it manually. All they are like want is like going with the command. Okay. Even in the schools, right, you could see that they are going for e-education. So with all the free platforms, right, they are going for it. And when it comes to agriculture, right, so here, right, the climate is not that stable. We could see that, right, the climate is keep on changing in each and every places. We need a data of it. So even the agriculture sector needs some data, like how things are going and how things are happening in the other part of the world, and which is a good seed to plant today, which will give the better results, right? So these are the sectors. These are like some of the sectors which I can able to get it from that. So where we are using the technology. There are like other technologies and other sectors are there where technologies keep on coming on it. Okay. So I'll tell you like 10 reasons why you should choose a computer science engineering as your career. So once you get to know all those stuff, right, you should keep things in your manner. I'm getting into this technology. I'm getting into this department. So I will prepare myself with all those stuff which are needed for this to get a job and to shine as a better individual. So your motto should not be like getting a job. See, everyone will get a job when you complete your degree and when you get out of your college, right? So everyone will get a job, that's for sure. But so to hold the job, like to shine in your career, right? You should be very much clear on what you need to do. Okay, so it's not that you got a job and you are okay with that. You should always look for the other opportunities and you should always look for what is the technology coming to the globe. So what is that it is doing and what you have to do from your end. So how to learn and all the steps. So the first thing, right, wide range of job opportunities. So wide range of job opportunities like technology is needed in all the places, all the sector it is needed. So even if you are going to a small shop, now you could see a technology. You could able to see a GPA over there. People are paying the money to the GPA. That is one technology. So whoever said that like the technology can't be implemented in a small shop, now we could see everything over there. Even in the future, it is going to come everywhere. We people are not sticking to anywhere. Even if you go to like in the early days, we used to go to bank for creating an or opening an job account, right? For a bank open, we used to go to banks. But now just imagine, we people are not required to go to a bank for just opening a bank account. If you give a request, people will send you a link. Just click that, you will be able to open your video and it will show your ID card automatically, right? Once that is verified, you will get a new bank account. So the technology is implemented everywhere. You have like a huge opportunities and huge range of options you can select from your end like once you get this degree is completed. And then the second is high salary. So high salary is not like it's not something like which I can't hide or which I can say like, it's not happening or it's not possible. In our field it's highly possible. You can be in a first place, right? You can start with your career at 5, right from the end of your career, right? Maybe some couple of years, it go from 5 to 100. It happens. Here, people are ready to pay you how much salary you want. Here, there is no restrictions or no limitations. So you are completed only a degree. You have only like 2 years of experience. So we can give you only this much of salary to you. There is no limitation at all. Organizations is not going to see you as an individual with a fixed set of numbers. It will always see your skill, what you want, what you can do for the organization, what are the skills you possess. All those things, right? Organization will see you only this. And even today, right, till now, organizations are ready to pay you how much salary you want. There are n number of opportunities, and as well as right, even after you're getting an opportunity or an offer letter, still there are other companies are ready to hire you. This will happen in only in our industry. That is something special also. You can shine in your career and all the stuffs. And then right, like the third thing is career advancement. It is the place, right? So you can outsmart anyone with all your knowledge and the career advancement. That is right. So how much skill you are like upgrading from your end, you can outsmart anyone, like even your seniors who has some 10 years of experience, or who has like some even your manager who has some 20 years of experience in the field. If you are updated with their knowledge, you can outsmart anyone. All you need is a dedication and then like the clarity of what you are doing is. Now we have like huge number of career advancement. Let's say like you have like lots of technology stuff you're getting it in your real time. I could see people started using I mean like mobile phones, right? Everyone will have a smartphone. So if you go to your YouTube, you don't need to pay anything. Like you need to go to some third party vendors where you pay some money for learning some stuff, right? It's not at all required nowadays. There are like lots of free stuff in the YouTube. Like there are a lot of YouTube channels where people are talking it like with the latest technologies. So one thing I will tell you, right? Like you people, like once you start getting into the department, right? Start exploring your YouTube channels with like career development things. What are the channels available with the technologies who are talking it, and how you can get utilized from that. So you can do that. The fourth thing, right? Ability to work on exciting projects. So this is something which will be like very much exciting on your regular basis. So it's not something, right? So once you get into the work, right, it will be like various domain you will see. Like in one of your project, you will work for a retailer. It is nothing but a Flipkart or Amazon. So once you get into that, you will see how people are purchasing the product. So in what basis they are seeing it and how they are buying a one particular product on one particular season, right? So whatever the office which you are, which they are putting it on a regular basis is something which you will be able to study, like how things are progressing. So in which day they are giving this exciting opportunity, I mean, exciting office, and in which scenario they are giving some freedom sale or whatever, right? There are like a number of things. So these things you will get to know in a retailer domain, like Flipkart or Amazon, or there are like so there are also scenarios like which you can't imagine. There is a chance that you may work in an air industry. So when I say aviation industry, right, you may work for an aeroplane company, like an Air India or United Airlines, United Canada. Those there are like n number of airlines. So we have to work for them also in some scenarios. Where if you go there, you will come to know like how these pilots are handled, how their travels is being handled, and how the journey is being calculated, how they are calculating the rates. All those things you will come to know when you go to an airlines industry. So IT industry is a combination of all those sectors. So you'll also get to work on a banking industry, where when once you get into a banking industry, you'll see like how the money is transferred from one end to another end. So how securely they are transferring it. So those things will be always exciting. You will learn everything in a every day. So every day will be a new thing for you for learning it. And the next point is like opportunity to work with a team. Till you complete your college, right? Once you step out, like you will be always and consider yourself as an individual. So the outcome which you get at the end of the day will be like as an individual. So whatever you studied and whatever you did, right? So that will be the outcome you will see, right? But once you step into our industry, right, it is always us and team. So so it's not that you're gonna deliver only one particular item, or it's not gonna be only you who working on a project. It's always a combination of 3 to 4 people minimum. So when you work as an India like a team, right, you will always learn from others. So this is something very much interesting and which everyone has to do. So once you get into a project, right, like with a project with 5 to 10 members who work on various different stuff, it's not that everyone will be doing the same set of work. You will be developing some component, the other person will work on a different component, and so there will be a third person who accumulate and who will combine all those stuffs and they will deliver it as a single module. So that's how the industry will go, right? So when you work with a team, so you will be like your attitude and your skills will be like changed a lot. You will understand like how to work with the people and how to communicate stuff. So here the main thing, right? Communication is a major part here. You may work in Chennai, your another teammate will work on Kolkata, and another person will work in Noida, and there is another person who will work on US and UK. So there will be people around in different part of the world, and all you need to do is communicate with them. So you will learn stuff over there. It will automatically shape your skills and your personal life as well. That is something good about working as a team. And the sixth thing, right? Ability to constantly learn and grow. This is something which I you should tell often, right? The ability you should, you should keep increasing on yourself. Like you should always think about learning the new stuff. You should put that as a part of your life or part of your day. So every day, right? Once you get into an office and before once you log out, you should think for a while what you learned for the day. Right? It's not that you're getting a job, you're getting paid, you're doing something, and you're getting stepping out of the office. It's not something you should do on your career, especially for our field. Okay. So you should always keep on your mind you are coming to an office where you are working for yourself. You are learning for yourself and you are growing. Okay. So that is something we should always keep on your mind. I'm coming and I'm learning and I'm growing. So that is something. And the seventh, right, the ability to solve complex problems. So I will like once it's like completed my college, right? Like I attended like various interviews, but I was not able to clear many of the problematic questions. Like I was not able to clear the aptitude. On those days, I used to wonder, like, hey, like I have done my education, I have completed my degree, I have a percentage, and so why these people are asking for like aptitude kind of questions and what is gonna do? So I have not seen these stuffs in my whole career. I have not seen this. I have not solved it, and why these people are needed. So I wondered like for a while, like why is it required? But once I get into a project, right, once I started working into a complex applications, I understood the reason why they need those stuffs. So why they want to understand. So how fastly you can calculate the stuffs, how fastly you can see the speed and all the stuff, right? There is a scenario or there will be a situation where you need to solve a complex problem where you need to solve it much faster. Okay. So once you develop a problem like project, it will go in a three phases into a customer hand. Okay. Let's say you're developing a Flipkart. So once you get the requirement from the customer or from someone, so what you do is like you will develop all those things in your local machine. Let's say your local laptop. So once that is ready, you will put into one computer, which is nothing a dev machine. We call it as dev machine. Okay. So a dev machine is nothing but a machine which can be accessed by only you people, only your teammates will be able to access it. So once that is approved, right, it will go to customer hand just for their testing purpose. They will test it for their like confirmation. Will just give it to them for some time for them to understand like how this application will work. So once everything is ready, let's say we have delivered our product and let's go to live. Let's say like Flipkart has went to live. So people started to ordering the products. I mean, like, so it's a freedom sale. Let's take it as a freedom sale, and people are ordering it, and there comes a bug. Okay, people are not able to complete their payment. So just imagine what will happen. So there are like lakhs of people are accessing our application, and suddenly they were not able to pay it. It's a huge loss for our organization and for the customer. So there will be some situation we may get at that time. We may be able to solve the problems very fasterly. So very quickly we have to respond. We have to fix that immediately. So in that scenario, we need this complex solver, complex problems, which will help us. So that will sharp our mind. Okay. So how much you are doing it, you will have like greater skills that will help you to go to a better technology as well as like a better product and all this stuff. Right. So that is something which you people should think about your problematic problem solving skills, and then the opportunity to work remotely. So that is something which we are getting in recent years because of COVID. Also, that is one of the reasons. Nowadays, right, companies looking for a skilled person and they are not forcing people to come to office. So I'm not talking about all the office, but still, like many are asking us to come to office. But still, right, like there are many organizations which don't want to push their employees. They just want them to work freely anywhere from anytime. So that is an opportunity which you will get. You can sit in your hometown, or you can go to an vacation. You can go to on vacation, and you can go to any place you want. You can work and you can deliver it. All the organization need is they just want the product to be delivered. They don't care bother about when you're coming to office, how long you're staying in the office, what you're doing. Okay. So they will not worry about. There are like lots of organizations who doesn't worry about your timings at all. You can come anytime. You can step in anytime. You can leave anytime. People are not gonna ask you like, oh, you're leaving, oh, you're coming late and all. Okay. So if you're delivering it, there will not be any problem at all. And the ninth, right, the ability to work on a variety of projects. This is very much similar to the ability to work on exciting projects. So you will get an opportunity to various technologies and various projects and various sectors. You will not get bored, right? So after completing like 5 to 6 years, like there's chance that you may get bored in the other sectors. You may be doing a repeated set of work, right? So if you're going some other industry, right, you will be delivering the same set of products, the same machineries, and then like same set of work, the same deliverables. But here it is not like that. You will learn every day. You will feel very much excited. So what are the stuff which you are seeing as released, right, which is launched, we are implementing in our project. You are learning it and you are outsmarting the other people. There is something good about our technology and our department. So the opportunity to make a positive impact, right? So once you get into a field, like you will make a huge number of impact in and around your family for uh, the organization as well as for your country and all those stuff. So that will be like a huge impact. So when I say right, like when you get into an company, so the amount of salary or the opportunities, the role which you are playing, right, that will create a positive impact. You will be like highly impacted because of that. You will be like I mean you will become a role model also for few of like for the other people who are seeing you. It's how like so that is the kind of stuff which you will not able to see it in the other sectors at a quicker phases, like in the other industry, let's say an automobile or in the manufacturing industry, right? You may need to spend at least some 10 to 15 years to be a manager or to a higher level. But here it doesn't mean like you don't want to be 10 years experience to become team lead or to even to be a project manager. Okay. So even if you have like some 5 to 10 years, I mean not 5 to 10 years, even if you have 5 years, you can be a team lead. If you are like very much skilled, right? If you have like a communication skills and a managerial skills, you can be a manager also. So organization is not gonna see your experience or your age. All it's gonna see your skills. Okay. So these are the reasons which you should think about and you should keep in your mind. Okay. So since you people have decided to get into our technology and our department, you should keep all the things in your mind and you should always remember that and you should implement in your career also. So if you think about all those 10 points, right, you can outsmart everyone and you can shine very well in the field. You don't need to worry about the what was like things happening in and around the world and all. So here comes the technology, right? I was explaining about the sectors which is there, right? Like I was explaining in the previous slide. Now, this is a slide which is about what are the technologies you see here. There are like n number of technologies which used to come on a daily basis. This is not something which you can sit with. There are like n number of items other than that also. For our field, right, it is always about, it's not something that you always want to be, you have to have like a good academics, you have a good percentage, you should have a good communication skill. It's not that you should have all those things together. Even if you have like one thing, right, you can pick a technology which you want. If you're good in communication skills, right, you can go to a BPO sector or like a kind of a like a support section, right? There are like other so there will be like a development, there will be support and BPO. There are like n number of opportunities, right? So whichever it suits for you, you can pick it. If you're good in communication skills, you can be a business analyst also. Here, right? These are the technologies which is currently like evolving in our field. So the one thing, right, the first thing which you see always is the cloud computing, which you will be hearing for a while. So the cloud computing is right nothing but in the early days we used to keep our data in the physical server, right? So the physical servers you could see a server is nothing but a machine, like a computer, right? So it's nothing but a simple computer which will be there in your room itself or in your office itself. So if you have a like a server in your office directly, you need to worry about the internet facility for it and the electricity and the maintenance, all those stuff. So because it is in a physical phase, right, you are able to see it in your office itself and people are using it. So you need to worry about all the stuff. But nowadays, like we could see like lots of industry, right, lots of companies have introduced this cloud. You would have heard about the Amazon, also Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud and all the stuff, right? There are like n number of items. Those companies will give you the server, like whatever you want, they will give you the server. They will have the server, right? They will maintain it and they will keep it with a huge number of volume and everything is being maintained by them. You don't need to worry at all. So you can put your data into the cloud and you can sit relax. That is something technology which is being highlighted everywhere nowadays, and companies are asking for cloud related resources. right? And then, right, the second thing is cyber security. So whatever the project or the development you do, right, like whatever it may be a Flipkart or Amazon and airlines, as you said earlier, right? Airlines, banking, and all those stuff. You are doing a banking sanctions every day. You are using GP. So when you're doing all those stuffs, right, you need a cyber security for it. It should be secure, right? People should not see all those data. So that cyber security is also another factor which is very much valued, and there are like only limited number of resources. If you do a certification course in cyber security, and if you're skilled in it, you will have a bright future. The people who are coming into cyber security is also very less. The package which you get will be very, very high than comparing to the other technologies. And the third thing will be like artificial intelligence. So the artificial intelligence, right, is nothing but so nowadays, right, like people want to get the data, they want to analyze their data, so they want to get an output of it. So let's say there is an iPhone, right? People using iPhone nowadays. So the company used to analyze all those data and they will do some theory of it. They'll see like in which date or which month people are buying the iPhones on a huge number of manner. So they needed some data to be interpreted, and so they want to analyze the complete set of data and they need to get an outcome of it. Like what is the best thing we can get from it, or what is the best output, or which is the best date and which is the best product which has got sold on a huge volume last year. So those kind of stuff can be pulled from the artificial intelligence one. And then the project management, right? So project management is usually, right, like we need some experience on it. So people will not give this job managing people at a, like a yearly phase of your career. But if you are good and if you are able to do this, right, you will get this managing roles in your early stage also. It is about like how you are getting the requirements from the customer and how you are getting those requirements to your development task and how you are getting that to be worked by your team and how you are getting it delivered to the customer. So that kind of managerial work, we call it as a project management. And then the fifth section is like IT service management. So we could see like lots of companies, right? Like where we will be doing, we are getting insurance from the third parties. We are doing billing every day. So there are like lots of medical insurance, automobile insurance, and people are purchasing automobiles and all they need is service, right? So as I said about a saloon, right? So once you buy a product, let's say you buy a car, and like after some 2 to 3 weeks, you will get a call from the customer center, from the or car showroom, or from the manufacturer. They'll ask you like how good is the machine, like are you satisfied, or do you have any problems and all this stuff. So these things, right? These services, we call it as services. So these services will be managed. Like this is there is separate section sector also for managing it. So that is nothing but we call it as like a service industry and product industry. So we TCS, right? Like I'm from TCS, like I'll tell you, like we are like a service industry. We will services to other people. We help people for all their problems. So and blockchain is all about like handling the data. So it is how like we are handling the database and how we are like defending the data and all those stuff. That is something about the blockchain. IoT is nothing but right like so in the initial days we used to turn on the fan by putting the switch manually, but now even with the voice command, with the voice command your fan will turn off your AC and all those stuff, even your cars, right? So now we have implemented this voice sensor also. Internet of Things is nothing but like how you are handling a machine with the help of internet, like how you are handling it, a machine which is there like some 500 to 1000 kilometers far away, and you are able to handle it from your place, right? That is called IoT. And big data is again is all about the data analysis and how you are getting the data to be analyzed and the solution which you are getting it from the like big set of data. So that is in process. That is something with the big data. So these are the technology trends which is currently there in our domain. I told you, right? So the opportunities. So it's not that. So you are always have to be highly. I mean, like your academic skills has to be very much high, and so only then you will be able to get the particular set of jobs. It's not something like that. We have jobs for each and every individual who have completed the degree based on your knowledge which they possess. Okay. So if you are good in your academics, like if you are good in coding, then you can be a software developer. And if you are very much good in managing the people, delivering the items, then you can select the project manager job, IT project manager. And let's say you are very much good in communication, right? So you have good communication skills and you are not that good in academics, doesn't matter. You can be a business analyst. So business analyst nothing but like you have to get the requirements from the customer. So once you get the requirements from the customer, you have to pass it to the development team. And so what are the queries which the development team has? So you have to get it, the inputs from the customer again. And this business analyst role will get lots of on-site opportunities. You will travel to on-site in a very frequent manner. So whenever a project gets kicked off, right, you'll get an opportunity to go to on-site. It may be a shorter term also, but still you'll get an opportunity to explore many of the countries with the projects. And then, right, the cloud architect. So nowadays, the cloud architects are very much required. Companies are looking for architects because, like, they want to optimize the data. So they want to optimize the applications also. So instead of maintaining a physical server in your office, they want this to be put in a cloud server, and also, right, so they have to like save that money also, right? So like it's not something like if you put the data into a cloud server, it's not that it's going to be free. They'll charge you the money for how much you use. So they want a cloud architect who can optimize your work, how simplify they can do it. So that is a cloud architect role. And the network engineer, so this network engineer role will be always there with lots of opportunities. But like so this something comes under like how you are managing your laptops, how you are expanding your network infrastructure. So how the wi-fi's and routers and all those connections, right, how the setup has been done, all those things becomes a network engineer. And then security analyst, right? So the security analyst and architect, this is a very like highly valued job. And so number of people will be very less. So that you can't that much easily find a security analyst. People will be people have to be highly skilled and they have to be very much experienced on that. And then the quality assurance analyst, right? So the quality assurance analyst is nothing but a tester. So if you are if you are good in logical skills, right? If you are able to test things very well, if you are able to see the if you are able to identify the positive and negative scenarios very well, you can very much adapt to the testing role, the quality assurance analyst. They are the very much important in a development project. And the business system analyst, database analyst, data science analyst, specialist, right? All the things are comes under the database areas. And this is the technology which is booming nowadays. Like people are looking for this analyst also. So people are looking for skilled analysts in this sector also. And the other thing, right? Learn more to earn more, right? I told you earlier. So when you're getting into this domain, right, when you're getting into a computer engineer or an information technology analyst, you should be always clear that you're learning and you're gonna how much you are learning and you're gonna get earn the same also, right? So these are the websites which is there in your normal life in a day-to-day life, like you can get these items. If you go to this website, right, Udemy or LinkedIn, even if you go to YouTube, you could see this YouTube channels which will teach you this technologies in a free manner. Like you can learn stuff. Like whatever the technologies which is there, the latest, right? The latest technology will be taught by lots of experts. You can learn on your own. So once you start getting into the academic side, parallelly subscribe to these YouTube channels and just sign up to these websites also. I mean, LinkedIn. There are like other items also, which will teach you freely. You can learn and you can see like what is happening in the whole world, like which technology is coming newly and which one is getting highly paid and which sector is highly getting which is looking for I mean, like individuals, right? So you can get to know all the stuff. It's not that you always focus on your academics alone, because like academics alone is not gonna get you the job. So you have to be aware of like what is there in the outside world also, the outside market also. You should be aware of it. Just get in touch with the people who are working in the field and just keep yourself updated on it. Just use this websites and YouTube channels and keep yourself updated with the uh, new technologies. So before going to this one, right, I'll tell you. So everyone will be doing your final year project, right? Maybe in the final year. So when you're doing your project, right, just be clear. it is not just a project, right? Like in your final year, you'll have like very much. I hope like you'll have like very less number of papers. It's not something, right? Like when you are picking a project, you should think about it. You think from your perspective. It's not something you're gonna get you the marks alone. Okay, think what the project is going to do for you, what you're going to learn from it. Okay, even it can be a small project. So I'm not sure about that, about your like college things and all. But I'm just telling you from my perspective. Okay, just pick any kind of project and see what you can learn from it. Even if it is a small form, right, or even if it is like a small website, you just do yourself. Okay, so whatever you can able to do from it, just do it. So only then you will be able to be, I mean, you will be hands-on in it. And so I've seen people, many of my friends, right, who have got the job with their final project itself. Because like we have done that project, we have done everything on our own, we have learned and we have did it. We explain the same to the organizations also, and they are very much impressed. Okay, so that 6 months when you're doing a project, just put time for yourself and learn like what you can do, like what is the latest technology you can pick and you can implement, what is the best thing you can do for you. Even if it is small, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you don't worry about like what will happen, like what they say. Even if it is a small project, if you go there and if you explain them that this is the project and this will solve this solution, this is completely done by myself, this is the technology I have used, I have faced this kind of problems and all those stuff. So when you're explaining these kind of stuff, right, people will be very much impressed. So it will be easy for you to get a job. So getting a first job is highly like so like I said, like somewhere like hey somewhere else. So getting the first job only is a big difficult task. But once you get into it, right, the second job and third, it's not a big deal at all. You will be very much aware of it. You know like what to do. So how to switch a job and how to pick a job. So once you complete your final year and when you're looking for a job, so I have seen people, right, like so they always look for the salaries. So they say like I've completed an engineering, so at least I need a job with a salary of like 25K or 30,000, like whatever they want, right? They will say. But one thing I can tell you, right, from my experience and what I have experienced in, so when I was searching for job also, right, we didn't look for the salaries because, right, when you are stepping into a IT sector, the salary is not a big deal. So all you need is an opportunity, the place where you're gonna work, and the technology which you're gonna learn. So that is the main skill. Okay. So the main thing which you need to think is all about the opportunity. Okay. So if you like, there are people who skip their like jobs for like salary reasons and various reasons. But please don't ever think about the salary. So that is the main thing that I want to tell you. Even it is a job without a salary or with a small salary, right? If you get into it and if you get experience for 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year, and once you switch from the 1 year, right, your salary will have like a huge difference. You will get a great opportunities. Let's say you are getting an opportunity to work in data science, okay, with a salary of 5,000 or even a 2,000, right? Even if they are not giving a salary, please don't think about that. Getting a job in data science is a huge thing. Okay, people are waiting outside to get an opportunity in that particular domain. So I'm just giving you an example, data science as an example. There are like there are lots of other technologies also. So don't worry about the salary or so the timing also, right? So people are saying that I need a flexibility, I have family, lots of commitments, right? But when you are a fresher, don't ever think about all those stuff. The first 10 years or first 6 to 7 years, right? Whatever the effort which you are putting, that will have a huge value in your future. Okay, so don't think about spending time with the friends or the family. Like obviously you'll get a time. Like it's not that you're gonna work throughout the week. You'll work only for 5 days in a week, or maybe on some organizations they'll ask you to work on Saturdays. But don't think about that. Just see the value the job has. So once you get that experience, right, you will like go into a greater phase. And also, like another thing I can tell you, right? So if you didn't get a opportunity or if you're not placed in a campus, don't ever worry about that. If you're not placed in like a bigger organizations, the TCS, ETAs, Wipro, like don't ever worry on that. Okay. So people who are get a job in like small scale companies, right, from a startup, they have like a great future. So you can also like shine very well. So the person who has joined in a bigger organization, right, so the one who has joined a small organization, they both can shine very well. Okay, when you compare with the higher organization, a bigger organization, when you get into a small organization, you will get lots of opportunities. You will get to work on various technologies at a like a quicker time. When you go to like a bigger organizations, getting an opportunity to work in a different skills is very hard. You will not that easily get an opportunity. But when you go to a small companies, right, you will get that opportunity. That is something you people should think about it. Okay. So at the same time, like don't compare yourself with other people who has worked on the other organizations, right? So everyone is unique. So you people should think what you gonna do and why you chose this field and what you are gonna do on it. So that is the only thing you should think when you're getting stepped out from your college, right? So that's all I have for today, right? So any questions or anything? Any questions, anyone? Okay, I take this as yes. Thank you all. Thanks for giving this opportunity. Looking forward to see you all in the near future. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Monavel Sambat. Now I would like to propose the vote of thanks. Respected dignitaries, staff, and dear friends, we have come to the close of this memorable occasion. It is my great privilege to extend a vote of thanks on behalf of the Department of CSPS. Firstly, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Monavel Sambat, for gracing us with his presence and sharing his insights that have undoubtedly enriched our gathering. Your words have inspired us, and we are deeply appreciative of the time you have taken to be with us today. I thank you again for delivering a thought provoking and enlightening speech. Your expertise and perspective have provided us with much to ponder and will surely contribute to our discussions and actions in the days ahead. This session was informative and engaging. I would also like to thank all the staff and volunteers for running this event, and we are deeply appreciative of your contribution. Finally, a big thank you to all our attendees. Your participation has made this event truly special. Your engagement, questions, and enthusiasm have contributed to the dynamic and interactive atmosphere of today's gathering. I once again thank everyone involved for making this event a success. We hope to use you again to our future events. Thank you.